tailpipes coming up. You never know what can happen there. He could have 6 in that game.
6.
So I'm going to go with Vanish. Vanish or Foolish. Lusty tailpipes get a win by the end of the season.
Again, I'm going to have to go Foolish. They play a Harlem Heat team that wants some momentum going in the playoffs. And they also play a Horseman team that need to win to get in. If they lose, they're out. So they're going to be hungry. Vanish or Foolish. Wagner makes the Pro Bowl. Steven Wagner.
I'm going to go Foolish, and it's for one reason. It's hard to vote in a whole team. It's nothing against Wagner. It's hard to, and him and Pat are right on the borderline. Looking at the Pro Bowl votes.
Over the borderline.
Brian Seiler and Dan Spinder I believe are deadlocked at 8 votes, and Steve is right behind them with Harith, by the way. And a few people will have to vote yet. It's gonna be close, but I believe it's gonna be Foolish. Not by his abilities, but it's just hard to vote in a whole team. Foolish. Vanish for Foolish. SFL expands next year.
Oh, that's definitely Vanish. You just gotta help build off the momentum we've got now. We've got a lot of people in line. Just last week, we had 2 newcomers who are definitely willing. Kyle Worley, Mike Martin, they were there playing catch, throwing it around. Dan Litz even made his first appearance, which was kind of nice to see him. He couldn't stay too long, but he was there.
And you got to remember, we're going to be in the summertime next year
in
school, so a lot more people can join. So
Vanish or Foolish? Collegiate Gate. Does the SFL mandate the usage of bigger balls?
I know 2 teams are going to hate me here, but I'm going to go with Foolish because I believe you got to have fun out there. You got to use the smaller ball. It's so much harder.
The SFL just wants to have fun.
You have to use the small ball to make bigger plays. I mean, when you're using the bigger ball, you got to admit there's less highlights, it's less action. I mean, it's like a real NFL. We're trying not to be the NFL. We want to be the SFL, and we're trying to press you off there, fans. Snooze fest. And I hope Dan Spinder and Tom Brado can just see this, to see we're having some fun out there and just use a small ball. Who cares what the age it's intended for? So I'm going to go Foolish.
Not to mention we've got some short players who can't grip the big ball.
And it helps out so many more people than it does bad for. Yeah. So Vanish or Foolish. Randy Wiggins joins next year after the last couple weeks debacle.
I'm going to have to go Foolish again here, Dan. I think he's going to hold a little grudge. I think he's not going to want to come back. He might. You never know. It's you gotta see what Dan Spinner cut his brother. Although a year later he might be a little cool now.
Off, yeah. We love him. I mean,
love him to
what
death.
happens?
I love you, Randy.
Yes. What happened. I'm sorry it happened, but hopefully next year he can just get
just a bitter ending. Hopefully he comes back.
Vanish or Foolish. Tom Wynn, most underrated SFL player.
I'm gonna have to go Vanish on this one.
Because I like that too.
He gets no credit. He went undrafted this year, which upset me because he was
foolish
there.
Altogether.
He was there. Some players got picked before him, but
looking at some of the players picked before him, I think he has better ability than that.
His catching to targets is his receptions.
He hasn't dropped the pass yet, folks.
And he's good.
He can.
You watch out for this guy.
You can put him at D-line.
He's young, too.
Corner.
We got to keep that in mind. He's only 14 years old.
He impressed at the scouting combine. That's what a lot of the coaches said. I don't know why people are so down on him. I'm going to have to go that he's the most underrated SFL player, and I don't know why people don't see it.
Vanish or Foolish, Jesse Tiber, best free agent pickup.
That's a tough one, because there's a lot of good players out there, but I'm going to have to go with Foolish. I'm going to have to go with Jamie Quigley. He's already won Player of the Week once. He's been here, 3 weeks? He's making outstanding catches. He's great, making some interceptions. He's done a lot for that Hart Foundation team. He got them their first win.
They didn't have a win before he got there.
Yeah, he can play quarterback. He can play receiver. He can do everything for that team. So I'm going to have to go with Foolish. I think Jamie Quigley's the best out of there. And that ends our Vanish and Foolish conversation.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
Wait, it doesn't.
I'm just going to make this one up. Vanish or Foolish, replacement, best defense in the league.
Ooh, I'm going to have to go with Foolish. I think there's a lot of better teams out there. I know we struggled against them. That's a good question. I like that on there. If I had to pick a team that's better than them, I think the Purple Cobras, obviously, they're undefeated. They got to have a good defense. I think we have a good defense. We're right on par with them. But we lost to them twice, so you have to admit they have a better defense.
They do.
You guys.
When they've got Andrew Whittish on the line, that is.
It causes a lot of matchup problems because, I mean, clearly he's one of the better.
He's up there with the D linemen, elite in the league,
and he can play corner too, so they can shift around anyone on their team, which makes him so good.
They can match up with anybody.
Exactly. And then you have, let's see here. Let's go down the list. Beast Mode. They have some players, but
I thought they played a little loose on the defense.
Yes, they have to tighten that up.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna have to go foolish just for the sole fact that there's so many different opinions out there. Heart Foundation you can throw out there, but Rusty Tailpipes. Sorry, giving up like 65 points a game.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to go with foolish. That ends our session now. Does that end our session?
That does. We'll be back after this commercial break.
All right, to wrap it up, it's a great week in the SFL last week. Hopefully, week 9 could be a little better. We got the Rusty Tailpipes and the Harlem Heat facing off on Tuesday. Then we're going to have a makeup game. We have the replacements against the Heart Foundation, 38-34.
This game's been being made up since, what, week?
Well, week 2, I believe.
Week 2, excuse me.
And on Wednesday, we're going to have the Purple Cobras go for the undefeated season. They're going to play the replacements, and then they're going to
Never happened before.
Never. In the SFL.
I don't know.
And then they're going to finish it off against the Heart Foundation, their game, because hopefully Wagner can be there. I mean,
he's cut.
You saw it was bad.
He's cut.
All blood.
He said, I spoke to him before the show. He said his face is feeling better. It's looking a little better, and his head still hurts a little bit, but it's getting better.
He'll be good to go. He's a tough guy.
He's fierce. Better.
Oh, and I can't wait to see their games. I hope they do go undefeated because.
Oh, it's just good for the league.
It really is. It shows there's a powerhouse, some medium teams, and there's some low feeders. But I mean,
the mitochondrian. Yes. The powerhouse.
Perfect.
That's what their team name should have been.
I want to wrap it up with that. That was Encroachment. See you next week.
Goodbye.